Shalom, we're back from a little break, intermission, whatever you want to call it. Basically, we're going to hit a couple more scriptures, then we're going to close up. First scripture, what did I ask you to go to? Exodus 21:10. Let's read that.
Exodus chapter 21, verse 10. If he take him another wife.
Read a verse up above that.
It says, verse 9. And if he have betrothed her unto his son, he shall deal with.
Read up a couple more verses so you can get the understanding.
Verse 7. And if a man sell his daughter to be a maidservant, she shall not go out as the men's servants do. If she please not her master who hath betrothed her to himself, then shall he let her be redeemed. To sell her unto.
In other words, you had guys that had servant slave women that married them women, popped them and had kids with them. But guess what? That woman was still his servant, even though they had kids together. That didn't up her status. Hagar was a good example. Go ahead.
To sell her unto a strange nation, he shall have no power, seeing he have dealt deceitfully with her. And if he have betrothed her unto his son, he shall deal with her after the manner of daughters.
In other words, if he got this slave woman and his son fell in love with the woman, what did it say? The father, which is the master, shall deal with that woman like that was his daughter. In other words, she did get put up. She was no longer just a servant. Go ahead.
If he take unto him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. And
now, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall not be diminished. A duty of marriage meaning you got a papa. That's part of the duty of marriage. All right? Go ahead.
And if he do not these three unto her, then shall he go out then shall she go out free without money.
Now, this one brother broke this down, and this is a while back, and he said that if the woman goes out and you get another woman, that means you're committing adultery. The man is committing adultery. That you broke that down the wrong way. Okay? And then the situation with food and remnant and all that, we're not back in our homeland. So you meet a woman, man. If you tell a woman, look, I'm going to take care of everything, you can quit your job, we ain't in that position, man. We're struggling, man. You get with a woman, sometimes you get with a woman, she got to have a job, you got to have a job, and y'all got to work it out together, man. And that's why we always say these so-called Israelite women, man, that's the worst woman to get, because you'll go into them laws and say, look, I quit my job, nigga, you got to take care of me.
Yeah, that's right.
And we ain't in no position to take care of nobody, man. That's right. They were hoes any damn way. But anyway, that's not talking about if the woman leaves or whatever because you didn't take care of her and you go get another woman, that meant you committed adultery? No, it don't mean that you committed adultery. So you guys got to watch out of what you're teaching, all right? And there's a lot of examples. I just bringing up a couple of them. The next scripture I want to go to is, I believe that's Exodus 18:18.
It's the book of Exodus chapter 18, verse 18. Thou wilt surely weary away both thou and this people.
No, that's I'm sorry, that's got to be Leviticus, but that's a good scripture too. That's matter of fact, read that. No, go back to that, brother. Go back to that. That hasn't been. Go up a couple of verses. That's what Jethro telling Moses, because there were millions of Israelites. So Moses wanted to try to, deal with all Israel. You can't deal with all Israel. That's why you had to set up different offices, man. Officers of 10 and officers of 50s and officers of 100. And they dealt with the situation. Then you had 70 elders. Go ahead. Well, they had generals at one time in life, but we ain't got no generals now. You ain't got no army. How the fuck you gonna be a general? You ain't got no army. Right. You don't got a bow. You ain't got a bow and arrow.
You don't even know how to shoot a bow and arrow. Exodus 18 and 13.
And that dude, Yohanan talking about he's a general. That dude is morbidly obese, man. That nigga couldn't even get up a hill. Talking about you a general, man.
And it came to pass on the morrow that Moses sat to judge the people, and the people stood by Moses from the morning until the...
Now remember, these are millions of Israelites. And by the way, all these millions of Israelites Were they 6 million, 10 million, 20 million? Guess what? Not one of them made it to the promised land. Out of all those millions of Israelites, not one of them, only two. Joshua and Caleb. Moses didn't even make it to the promised land. And Moses told him that. Look, see that land right there? See how beautiful that is? Guess what? You ain't going. And he was a leader of Israel, man. He was the closest man to the Most High, and the Most High told him, look, he let him see the land. See that land right there? See how pretty it is? See all that loveliness? You ain't gonna feel it, man. You ain't gonna experience, man. You ain't gonna experience it. And then when these Israelites went out into the wilderness, generations went by. You know, they were out there living in tents, and they were having children, and their children grew up, and they had children. They was out there for 40 years, man. And you know, they stopped as soon as they went out into the wilderness, man. That new generation that came up, they stopped circumcising their sons, man. Shows you how hard-headed our people are, man. Shows you how wicked our people are. Go ahead.
And the people stood by Moses from the morning until the evening. And when Moses' father-in-law saw all that he did to the people, he said, What is this thing that thou doest to the people? Why sittest thou thyself alone, and all the people stand by thee from morning unto even? And Moses said unto his
father. In other words, Moses, the great leader, didn't know what to do. That's why do you think the Most High set it up where Moses married Zipporah? The reason why that happened was so Moses can meet up with Jethro. Now, it doesn't break it down in detail, but you read between the line. You extrapolate it. It was for him to meet Jethro, which he knew how to deal with a lot of people. And what he told him to do, we're going to read on.
And Moses said unto his father-in-law, Because the people come unto me to inquire of the Most High. When they have a matter, they come unto me, and I judge between one and another, and I do make them know the statutes of the Most High and his laws. And Moses' father-in-law said unto him, The thing that thou doest is not good. Thou wilt suddenly wear away, both thou and this people that is with thee, for this thing is too heavy for thee. Thou art not able to perform it thyself alone. Hearken now unto my voice, I will give thee counsel, and the Most High shall be with thee. Be thou for the people to the Most High word, that thou mayest bring the causes unto the Most High. And thou shalt teach them ordinances and laws, and shalt show them the way wherein they must walk, and the work what they must be, what they must do. Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men, such as fear the Most High, men of truth, hating covetousness, and place.
In other words, you didn't get any old nigger to put him in this position. Read that again, and then go to Acts, the 6th chapter. But read that again, then go to Acts, the 6th chapter, about Stephen in the 7. You just can't grab a nigger, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, okay, you just can't grab any old nigger and put him in a position. He got to prove himself. Didn't we read that earlier? About the deacon proving himself? Go ahead.
Back in Exodus 18 and 21. Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men, such as fear the Most High.
Such as fear the Most High. What's the first sign of you fearing the Most High? Knowing his name. Knowing his name. Keeping the commandments. Go ahead.
Men of truth.
Men of truth. What's the opposite of truth? A lie. So can Nate be a part of that? No, because everything about him is a lie. Go ahead.
Hating covetousness, and place such over them to be rulers of thousands and rulers of hundreds, rulers of 50s and rulers of 10s. And let them judge the people at all seasons. And it shall be that every great matter that they shall bring unto thee, and it shall be that every great matter they shall bring unto thee, but every small matter they shall judge. So shall it be easier for thyself, and they shall bear the burden with thee. If thou shalt do this thing and the Most High command thee so, then thou shalt be able to endure, and all this people shall also go to their places in peace. So Moses hearkened to the voice of his father-in-law and did all that he had said. And Moses chose able men out of all Israel and made them heads over the people, rulers of thousands, rulers of hundreds, rulers of 50s, and rulers of tens. And they judged the people at all seasons. The hard causes they brought unto Moses, but every small matter they judged themselves. And Moses let his father-in-law depart, and he went his way unto his own land.
That's right. Go ahead.
Acts chapter 6, verse 2. Then the 12 called the multitude of the disciples unto them and said, It is not reason that we should leave the word of the Most High and serve tables. Wherefore, brethren, look you out.
This is a similar situation. And Peter was there, and